Turn it down a little bit. My fault. I'm live now. Let these motherfuckers.
You be smoking on the live?
For sure. I'm not big enough yet to once I get bigger, and then they start, you know what I mean, really looking at my shit, then I start toning down my cussing and you know what I'm saying, all that shit. But right now, they ain't even tripping off me.
You are keep that shit raw, blood.
I'm keeping this shit raw and uncut. They already know what's going on. Snax on Sportz. What up with y'all, man? I'm back with another one, gang. You know what I'm saying? What y'all on, gang? You understand me? Back with another one. Cheyenne, what the heck? Hey, man, Cheyenne. This is my nigga Cheyenne. This one of my first motherfuckers that was tapping in when I first started on the Snax on Sportz. Cheyenne, man. They say they calling him HaliCurry. Tyrese Haliburton. You understand me? Cheyenne said I got the Pacers winning in 6. Bro. I started out this series saying that I had OKC. You feel me? I had OKC in 6. Either 6 or 7. You know what I mean? But I said 6. But man, now I might have to go with you, but I ain't gonna back out yet. You know what I'm gonna be honest with you though. I kind of won't, even though I picked OKC to win, I kind of want the Pacers to win the series though now. I just kind of want to see them do this shit, man. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna be mad either way. But I'm gonna still roll with the Thunder. You know what I mean? It's only one game. You feel me? I done seen teams do this before. You know what I'm saying? Shit. In 22, when the Warriors won they won their 4th championship.
You know what I mean? Like,
it was the same thing. That we was up by like 14 or 15 on the Celtics in the 4th. And end up blowing the game. You know what I'm saying? Then end up losing by 13 or 14. You feel me? So it's still you know, everybody gonna jump, you know, they're gonna be jumping on the Pacers now because, you know what I mean, they did this like the 5th time they did this in this postseason. So I understand it, but I'm gonna still hang in there with OKC. Now, if they lose game 2, I'm out. I'm out. You feel me? Cheyenne said 25 turnovers, including 19 turnovers in the first half, and they still won the game. Bro, like, on some real shit, the reason why they still won the game is because, 19 turnovers in the first half. I was like, what the fuck? That was ridiculous. But the reason why, bro, is because OKC didn't convert those turnovers into points. For the OKC tonight, the points off turnovers was only they only scored 11 points off those 25 turnovers. That's fucking absurd. That's absolutely absurd, bro. So that's how the Pacers was able to hang in there. You know what I mean? Hang in the game. You know what I'm saying? At least keep it somewhat close. You know what I mean? Go to Leangelo. What's going on? Hey. Go to Leangelo, say not calling a timeout was smart as fuck. Don't let OKC defense get ready. Straight up. Straight up. You feel me? But what was I about to say? I forgot. But yeah, man, we probably turn over, not calling timeout. But yeah, man, that was crazy. That was crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm over there, I was over there at my little storage. You know what I'm saying? Just getting some shit right. Everybody in the chat, give your boy a like. You know what I'm saying? I was over at the store, so I'm watching it, right? I'm like, okay, so fine, watch it. The whole game, bro. And look, this is a crazy thing. The reason why, bro, if you overall look, it seemed like at points, okay, OKC, they in control. You know what I'm saying? And they was in control, but on some real shit, OKC, they didn't play a great game. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And so that's why they was able to hang around. But I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, so look, they getting it close. They getting it close. Bam, they get it down to 6. They get it down to 4. They push it back up. They get it down. You know what I mean? They get it down to 3 or whatever again. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander got the layup. You know what I'm saying? To go for him to go up 5. I'm like, okay, that might be it right there. You know what I'm saying? And then shit, man, them niggas come down there, they score, you know what I mean? And then so once Shea went down there, man, and it was a 1-point game, and Shea went down there and took that shot and missed, and they and the Pacers got the rebound, down 1 with 7-8 seconds to go. I said, oh, they're in the heap of trouble. They in the heap of motherfucking trouble.
Got this little section right there. The rest is not.
And it's the thing, right? This the thing. If you go back and watch the play, Tyrese Haliburton, this motherfucker is built for this moment. When Bruh got the rebound, Tyrese, I forgot who got the rebound. I don't even know who got it. Neesmith or Nimhard, I don't know who got it. He was pleading with Buddy. He said, brother, please give me the ball right now. All right then, bro.
For sure, bro.
All right.
I'll see you tomorrow.
For sure.
Most likely.
Yeah. He said, give me the ball right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, he want the ball. He wanted it in this moment. Went down there and did his thing. Bro, so if I'm one of the players, bro, that voted Tyrese Haliburton overrated, I come out right now and I say, hey, you know what? Hey, I just come out and be honest. Yeah, it was because it was anonymous, so we don't know who you know what I mean, which players that it was that voted him as being overrated. I come out right now like, hey, bro, that's my bad, my fault. You know what I'm saying? I thought the nigga was overrated. This brother ain't overrated. Fuck that. You understand me? I voted him as overrated. You know what I mean? I don't know what the hell I was talking about. Hey, players fuck up. I just come out and admit it. Because this shit right here, the motherfucker have a lot of respect for you if you do that. Cheyenne say, once OKC pulled that lane violation at the free throw line, I knew they was in big trouble. Man, you understand me? Like they was, you know what I mean? They was trying to keep it close. You know what I mean? Go to Leangelo said everyone in the stadium knew who was taking the shot and no one could stop it. Everybody knew. Everybody knew what was finna go down. You know what I'm saying? Hallie ran up to him, got the motherfucking rebound, man, and went to work. You feel me? And when he was driving, I'm kind of looking. I'm like, damn, bro, he kind of taking kind of long. Is he gonna get the shot off? Because it kind of looked like he wasn't gonna get the shot off. You know what I mean? And he shot it right at the right time, bro. And I'm like, and then the way it was going, I'm like, ooh, I'm like, it looked like it's gonna be off, and that shit just rattled in. You know what I mean? I just start smiling. I just start cheesing from ear to ear. I said, this motherfucker right here. 0.3 seconds left. I'm like, wow. I'm like, OKC finna lose. It's 1-0 Pacers. And so anybody, it was a lot of talk, you know what I mean, from some of my peoples, you know what I mean? I was seeing shit on Facebook, you know what I mean? Not from real NBA fans. I mean, not real basketball fans, but I was seeing a lot of this series, you know what I mean? It's gonna be boring, and you know what I mean, and all that. And I'm like, bruh, if you a real basketball fan, you know this series ain't gonna be boring. You feel me? And for anybody that was saying that after this game one, how you feeling now? How you feeling about it now? How you feel? Because that was just game one. To me, this finna be one of them ones right here. This finna be one of them series, because after the game too, you could see Shai was hot. You could see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was like, okay, yeah, we let this slip away. Shai gonna be ready next game. Shai might come out next game and drop 40. He might come out next game and drop 40. Dragon Star, yeah, the Cottonmouth gonna hit in a minute, you know what I mean? But right now I'm good. But I got a cool little beverage right here, you know what I mean? And then I got some, you know what I mean? I got some water right here, you know what I mean? So we gonna stay nice and hydrated. Yeah, I'm talking about. Ill469 say Tupac Shakur. On my mama, RIP to the GOAT. You feel me? You already know what time it is. But yeah, anybody who thought this series was gonna be boring, if game one don't tell you nothing else, it tells you this ain't gonna be no boring series. Indiana Pacers don't do boring. If I didn't learn anything else from watching the Indiana Pacers this postseason, they don't do boring. That's what they don't do. Ain't gonna be no boring games, no boring series, is nothing. You feel me? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Indiana is out here and hey man, OKC gotta win this game, man. OKC gotta win this. Straight up. This and then say, big bro, let me call in. I got so much shit to say about this game. I was peeking tonight watching Haliburton. How you call in? I don't know how you do that. I don't even know how to do that. Shit, if I knew how to do that, I'll for sure let you call in. I need to figure out how to do that. And I need to figure out how to go live with motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So I can have motherfuckers come on here and say they little piece. You feel me? Cheyenne say Indiana is a basketball city. On my mama. On my mama, Indiana a basketball city. Everybody know that. If you a basketball fan, you know Indiana is if not the Mecca, one of the Meccas. You feel me? Go to Leangelo say start a Discord. Oh, start a Discord server. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna start looking that shit up so that way I can start because I always wanted to know how to do it. I be seeing other motherfuckers lives and shit. Motherfuckers be having 4, 5, 6, 7 motherfuckers on a panel, be having all type of graphics, you understand me? You know what I mean? And doing all type of shit. Start a Discord server. Okay. I'm gonna Google Discord server, and that's gonna tell me everything I need to know, or YouTube it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Indiana, yes, I am. Indiana is a basketball city. You know what I mean? Indiana is a basketball city, bro. And at this point, like I said, just because I pick OKC, I'm a roll with them. I ain't going, you know what I mean? Just back out after one game and just flip flop. But I'm not gonna be mad if the Pacers win at all. You feel me? I ain't gonna be mad either way. My team at home watching, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna be mad at all. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see the Pacers win this series. Just because, like, to me, like I said, man, OKC got to win this next game, because I'm gonna tell y'all one more other thing that I kind of noticed. Now, I'm not trying to say nothing about nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, you know, because it ain't about this. But if you kind of look at it, right? Like, the Pacers got like a little bit more like dogs over there. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that the Thunder don't, but if you kind of look at it, like the Pacers players is more like, it feel like they more gritty, you know what I mean? A little bit, you know what I'm saying? Versus the Thunder, like even when you hear them in a like post game, okay? I was listening to Jalen Williams tonight. Is that his name? Jalen Williams? J Will, you feel me? I was listening to him tonight talk in the post game, and he's just, I'm not saying because a lot of these players, like, you know, a lot of the players in the NBA, you know, grew up, you know, great, good lives, or, you know what I mean? Not it like when I was growing up, you know what I mean? That was one of the things about going to the league. It's like that was our way out. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, you know what I'm saying, we from the trenches and we trying to get to the league, you know what I mean, to change the fortunes of our family and all that. Nowadays, you get more that, you know what I'm saying, it's not so much. But I'm sitting there listening to Jalen Williams talk, and he just kind of sound like a fucking square, bro. I'm not knocking that. That's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? Just because you know how to, you know what I mean, articulate yourself well and talk proper, I'm not knocking that at all. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It's just something I kind of noticed. It's just kind of something I'm putting in my, it's just kind of something I'm putting in my mental, because the Pacers just seem like they a little bit more rough and tough and a little bit more gritty. You understand me? That's all I'm saying. We gonna see. We gonna find out. You know what I mean? We gonna find out. You feel me? Basketball Bros said the Pacers finna win this shit. Ain't no way. We finna see, Basketball Bros. You know what I'm saying? I'll pick the Thunder in 6, but the Pacers definitely, they on their way, you know what I mean? And still in that game tonight definitely puts them in the driver's seat, you know what I mean, to be able to win the finals. I just hope it's a long finals, because it's the last round. It's the NBA finals, you know what I mean? After this, we going to be without basketball and football until football come back in 2 months, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna be kind of butt naked, you understand me, on the sports front. You know what I mean, for about a month and a half, 2 months. You did. But yeah, man, that shit was crazy, bro. I'm sitting there watching it, bro. I'm sitting there watching that shit. I'm like, no, they not finna do this again. They not finna do this again, bro. When that man hit that shot and I looked at how much time was left on the clock, I said, wow, bro. You know what I mean? Because the whole time, I'm like, this is the 5th time they done did this shit, bro, in the playoffs. This is the 5th time they done did this shit. You feel me? Pacers hacking. Hey, they letting them play. They letting them play. I love it. It's playoff basketball. You understand me? Ain't no little ticky-tack fouls out here, fam. We out here playing for keeps, big dog. You understand me? I'm trying to pull this shit up. You understand me? Everybody in the chat, give your boy a like, man. Give your boy a subscribe one time and all that. You did. You feel me? Let me see. Let me pull up some of this shit from the night, man. Pull up some of these highlights. Yeah, Thunder. Yeah, Thunder went to bed. The Thunder went to bed, man. Chris said, if Hali gets finals MVP, is he top 5 point guard of all time? Fuck no. He no damn top 5 point guard of all time. But he a top 5 point guard in the league right now, for sure. You feel me? He probably already that, but yeah. No, he wouldn't be top 5 point guard all the time. That's whoa. Whoa, player. Let's slow it down a little bit. You feel me? Nah, hey, go to LiAngelo said it ain't even luck no more. It ain't. And so what this tell me is it never been luck. If you keep doing this shit over and over and over again, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit ain't luck, bruh. You feel me? At all. They know. And then now they done it so much. The Pacers done this shit so much that now they got so much confidence if they down in the game, and then they doing it to motherfuckers on the road. They doing it on the road. They did this shit. They did it in the first round against the Bucks, that one game, because they beat the Bucks solid. You know what I mean? They beat the Bucks solidly in the first round. But that one game that it looked like the Bucks was getting ready to win, the elimination game, and then they came back. You know the game where Haliburton dad, you know what I mean, got all in Giannis' face. You feel me? And so they did it. They did it against the Bucks. Okay. They did it twice to the motherfucking Cleveland Cavaliers, who was the 1 seed. You feel me? They did it twice to them at home. You feel me? So, and then they did it to the Knicks. You feel me? So, the Knicks also did it to them one time. You know what I mean? They did it to the Knicks in game 1, and then the Knicks did it to them in game 3. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't been on the other side of it too, but that was the 5th time that they didn't won a playoff game this postseason after being down 15 in the 4th quarter. That's crazy as fuck. So they know we never out of a game. It don't matter. These motherfuckers was down by 14 with 2.5 minutes to go in game 1 at Madison Square Garden and won the motherfucking game. Like, come on, man. Y'all better stop playing with the Pacers. I ain't playing with them no more. I'm not sleeping on them. I better stop sleeping on them. You feel me? Cheyenne, Knicks fanboys better pray on they mama earth that Pacers don't win, because they will never live that down at all. At all. They'll never live that down. You know what I mean? They're gonna be crying. You feel me? Yeah. Nah, they ain't gonna live that down. Go to Leangelo say, Chris, nah, he only in his 5th year. Not there yet. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, about his Haliburton top 5 all time if they win the championship and he win Finals MVP. Nah. He wouldn't be quite there yet, but he would be on his way. You feel me? Miller Vinny said Pacers in 7. And Chris, not at all. Basketball Bros, he ain't even top 50 point guard yet. Yeah, all time. Yeah, he all time. Yeah, nah, he but Hali doing some special shit, bro. Hali doing some special shit, and yeah, he definitely, like, this whole what is it? This whole Stephen A talking about he's not a superstar and all that. Listen, bro, I don't know about that, bro. I understand, you know, from the perspective of, because even tonight, Haliburton didn't have like a great game tonight. You know what I'm saying? But when the money on the line, bro, like he doing, like, this is Kobe kind of shit that he doing right now. He doing some Kobe shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this is legendary shit that he's doing. If they go on to win a championship, like, this will be one of the most legendary championship runs, bro. Like, straight up. Nobody expected them to win. They keep doing it in the fashion that they're doing it. You know, and then they would have beaten, they would have, bro, if they win this championship, they would have beaten the 2 number 1 seeds in the East and the West, and both of them was well over 60 games. OKC won 68 games, and Cleveland, I forget how many they won, but I know they won 60 something. So yeah, this would be one of the most legendary championship runs ever. You feel me? Giannis, hey Chris, Giannis was ready to break that boy in half. You know what I mean? And he damn near should have. Like, you can't do that. Come on, man, don't run up on that man like that. If he, you know what I mean? If he would have, you know what I mean, punched that man teeth out, and punched him all in his motherfucking snot box, you know what I mean, and put that man to sleep, he would have been wrong. So, yeah, he was tripping on that one. Dissonance said, hey, Big Brody, just think of who you think got hairier balls, Jokic or Isaiah Stewart. Wish I could tell you. You feel me? Wish I could tell you. Who's game? Hey, Miller Vinny say, who do Halle remind me of? Whose game is it most similar to? I can't call it, bro. I would have to think about that. I would have to think about that for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. I would have to think about that. That's a great fucking question. Because his shot, he definitely got a weird ass shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm more used to it now. Like you get used to seeing it after a while. You know what I'm saying? So. But as far as his game, damn, I don't know. I would have to think about that, bro. Okay. Cheyenne said Cleveland won 64 games. Yeah, so if the Pacers win the finals, bro, they would have beaten the #1 seed in the second round, who won 64 games, and the #1 seed in the finals that won 68 games. Like that's legendary shit. Goated Leangelo say up there with 2011 Dirk. On my mama. On my motherfucking mama. Straight up. That's fucking you hit the nail right on the motherfucking head on that one. Yeah, 2011 Dirk going through the Thunder. Then the defending champion Lakers with Kobe. And then the Heat. You know what I mean? The Heatles with LeBron and D Wade and Chris Bosh and all them in their motherfucking prime. Yeah. That was some goated shit right there. Yeah, that's my bro. Basketball bros say if none got injured, Bucks Pacers wouldn't have got that far. This year, I don't know about that. Like, the Pacers was just better than the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, even with Damian Lillard, I think the Pacers still win that year. They just better than them. You feel me? Like the Bucks have fallen off a little bit. Ever since they got rid of, I just go check out my shorts. I just did a few YouTube shorts. You feel me, over the past day. And that's what I was talking about, because I was talking about the whole Mike Malone thing. But yeah, ever since they got rid of Mike Budenholzer and ever since they traded Drew Holiday, the Bucks ain't been the same. You know what I mean? So I think the Pacers still beat the Bucks if they fully healthy. Even if the Bucks was fully healthy. Eric Gainer said Haliburton is what LeVar tricked us into thinking Lonzo was going to be. Ooh. Eric Gainer, you know what? As you say that, man, that's kind of who Haliburton remind me of. He remind me of a Lonzo Ball that can score. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know, but if I'm gonna talk about if I'm gonna compare Haliburton to a player of like the past, you know what I'm saying, that's already retired or something, like a great player, a Hall of Famer or something, I gotta think about that. because don't nobody pop out in my head off the top, just off thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? So I got to think about that. Yeah. Basketball Bro said Dirk carried alone and he faced way harder competition. Yeah, I mean, Dirk was basically, you know what I mean, he was the only star player, you know what I'm saying, on the team. But he definitely didn't do it like all by himself, you know what I'm saying? But I get your point, Basketball Bros. He was the only star player, you know what I mean? But Tyson Chandler, like, defensively contributed. JJ Barea, Jason Terry, Deshaun Stevenson. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? I know them names don't, you know, pop out like that, but they all contributed and helped. Jason Kidd was on that team at the, you know what I mean? You know, so yeah, they done their thing. Cheyenne said Indiana could be the third ever 4th seed or below to ever win an NBA championship if they pull this off. 95 Rockets, 69 Celtics. Okay, yep. I remember the 95 Rockets, they was the 6th seed. You know what I mean? They was the 6th seed. So I remember them. And the 69 Celtics, okay. Bill Russell said, we falling off a little bit, but we still gonna get this last chip though. You feel me? Goldie Leangelo said didn't have an all-star, but the team was solid as fuck. Straight up. Yukino, what's going on with you? Goldie Leangelo, Cheyenne wasn't Mavs the 4th seed. I don't know. I think the Mavs was the 4th seed that year. Oh, Sean Marion was on that team too, right? Yeah, the Matrix. I forgot. Basketball Bros. Okay. Basketball Pro said they had Sean Marion and J Kidd. Yeah, that was, yeah, like, so yeah, Dirk was the, you know, Jason Kidd wasn't a star player no more. You know what I mean? He was at the tail end of his career, but he was still able to contribute. You feel me? Yeah, they did their thing. But yeah, this would be kind of like along the lines of that, for sure. You feel me? Cheyenne says, yo, they were the okay, Cheyenne. Okay, so Cheyenne said the Mavs were the 3rd seed that year. Okay. Miller Vinny say shout out to Dame Time. Yeah, shout out to Dame Time. Shout out to Dame Time for sure, because Dame, and it's crazy too. The crazy thing about it is, because you know Dame and Tyrese, they got a little back and forth thing that they be doing every time they play. You know what I'm saying? You know, they don't really like each other like that. Not, you know, not personally and nothing like that. Just on the court, you know what I mean, as it should be. And I think the dope thing about that, the crazy thing about that is Dame was the player like before Tyrese Haliburton, and I mean Jalen Brunson, he won the clutch player of the year award, so we can't forget about him. Jalen Brunson hella clutch too. But just as far as like Haliburton still being alive and still playing, Dame was the one before Haliburton that had that moniker of like the most clutch player, you feel me, in the league and shit. So it kind of feel like Dame then kind of passed the torch to Tyrese. You feel me? Mr. Philosophy said, I thought Haliburton should be more aggressive. I was mad that he drove the lane and passed out to the center for a 3-pointer. Yeah, but hey, he came through for you when he needed to. You feel me? So shit, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna ever doubt that man. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what he doing throughout the game. I know for a fact he didn't show me just in this playoff run alone. If he having a bad game, it don't matter. As long as the team is able to keep the game close down the stretch, he gonna he gonna get, you know what I mean? He gonna do his thing. He gonna give you a shot. Barry Fluffman said, can't forget the kid. Nah. Can't forget J Kidd. You feel me? Can't forget J Kidd. Shout out J Kidd and Dame Lillard, both from Oakland, California, right here in the Bay Area where I'm from. I ain't from Oakland, but I'm from the Bay Area. Rockets only won because MJ didn't touch the floor for 2 seasons. Oh yeah, we all know that. We all know that. I'm not, I'm not trying to take away nothing from it, you know what I mean? Because the Rockets did their thing, and Hakeem Olajuwon is my favorite center of all time. You know what I'm saying? Me personally. So I love Hakeem Olajuwon. They earned that, you know what I'm saying? One of the greatest players of all time and all that. You dig? But yeah, we all know, you understand me? Rockets got them too. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean? Jordan was, you know what I mean, was swinging a bat and a ball and had a mitt, you know what I'm saying, on his left hand. You feel me? Cheyenne said, when you watched the 95 Rockets in the playoffs, when did you think that the Rockets was going to win it all? The 95 Rockets in the playoffs, so that was their second chip when they beat Orlando, because they first won in 94. They beat the Knicks. So, when did I think? Because I'm trying to remember too. I was a kid at the time. I remember it though, and I remember watching it. You feel me? I was 11 or 12 at the time. You know what I'm saying? I was already playing basketball, so I was already tuned in. You know what I'm saying? I remember the finals getting ready to start on this particular day. We was at the library, you know what I'm saying? We was at the library. It was me and a couple of my teammates from the basketball team, and we was at the library, and once we left, you know what I mean, I was reminding everybody, hey, the game come on, the finals start tonight. You feel me? Magic and Rockets. Penny Hardaway, because Penny was at that time, Penny was, boy, y'all niggas don't know about Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway was that dude, man. Penny Hardaway before the injuries, that young Penny in Orlando, man, Penny was that dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, but I remember thinking, man, when we was at the library, like I remember thinking that I thought the Rockets was gonna win the series. You know what I'm saying? So I thought they was gonna win from the beginning. But I don't know if I thought about it like how I think about it right now, because I was a kid at the time. So I don't think I was thinking of it, you know what I mean, like the way I would think now, you know what I mean, as a grown man. But I did feel like the Rockets was gonna win the series, and they did. You feel me? Magic they was just young, they wasn't ready yet, you know what I mean? And then fucking Nick Anderson. Motherfucking Nick Anderson, boy. Your ass had the nerve to talk about Michael Jordan that year when he came back talking about, yeah, the 4-5, yeah, that ain't the 2-3. And then got up there in the motherfucking NBA finals and bricked 4 motherfucking free throws in a row. Just one of those free throws would have won the Magic game 1, bro. And then that probably alters the whole series, because they ended up getting swept. They didn't win not one game. They got swept in the day. But it's crazy because the series was hella close. Like every game was close, but they didn't win one game. But Nick Anderson, this boy, I'm talking about choke that motherfucker down. You know what I'm saying? 4 straight free throws. The nigga went to the line, bricked 2 free throws. He's a shooter. Missed 2 free throws. The second one, he got the rebound, got fouled, and then went back to the line and then bricked 2 more free throws. The Rockets was down 3. The Rockets get the ball. Kenny Smith come down there, hit a 3, tie the game. They go into overtime. Rockets win. You feel me? And go on to win the series and sweep them. You feel me? That was some crazy shit. because it looked like the Magic was getting ready to win game 1. You feel me? And I was going for, I was rooting for the Rockets. You know what I'm saying? Even though I fuck with Penny and all that, you know what I mean, and Shaq. But I was going for the Rockets because the Magic had eliminated the Bulls. You feel me? And I was a Jordan fan. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? I didn't want to see the Magic win a championship because I didn't like the fact that they eliminated Michael Jordan. But that was his first year back. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't even back but like 2 months, bro. You know what I mean? Like he was rusty, wasn't in basketball shape, just came from playing fucking baseball. You know what I mean? Came back 17 games before the end of the season. So, you know what I mean? It was proven that to be correct because when that's all he needed was that one off season. And then what they do the next following year, 72 wins, the most wins ever in single season history. I mean, the most wins ever in a single season, 72 championship. The boy won the league MVP, finals MVP, all-star game MVP, scoring title, first team all NBA, first team all defense. Michael fucking Jordan, bro. Like, you feel me? Yeah, hey, basketball bro say Penny was tough. Penny was tough. You feel me? Yeah, if Shaq made his free throws, but nah, if motherfucking Nick Anderson made his. You feel me? You feel me? Go to Leangelo says Nick Anderson was tough, but he gotta learn when to shut his mouth. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You ran your mouth and then got up there and had to prove it, you know what I mean, and couldn't prove it. You feel me? Basketball bro said Joakim Noah type. You feel me? Yeah, man. But yeah, that was crazy. Hold on, let me see. Let me pull up some of this shit. Yeah, I want to see what they gonna say on First Take in the morning. You feel me? Let me pull up what I was getting ready to pull up.
They don't know the first thing about you or Walmart Plus. Like the Walmart Plus members get free delivery on more than just groceries. Free delivery on these apples.
Come on with the commercials, man.
Sure. The Walmart you thought you knew.
Oh, Windhorse? I ain't know when.
OKC, where the Thunder, with their 80 victories, comes the Pacers.
Oh, here you go. The boy.
The man with the headband thinks 48, but then that Pacer team keeps hanging around as they are wont to do. Here again, it's defense, and it turns.
Cheyenne said, "All I know is Haliburton is making Stephen A. eat his words." Straight up. That's why I was saying I want to see what you can't. That's why I was saying you can't keep saying this man ain't a motherfucking superstar, bro. This man doing this shit in the biggest moments when it matters most.
All right, Pacer team's gonna sign up for 48, but then that felt massive because the MVP hits the three, the lead's back to 9, and it quickly balloons into the fourth.
Look, 13-point lead in the fourth quarter.
Jalen Williams in transition.
Now it's a 15-point
And
lead.
it's a 15-point lead, but this Pacers team has made a habit of erasing 15-point leads in the playoffs, in the postseason. What a bucket from Caruso. He's got a ring from his time with LA in the bubble. And
Niggas was celebrating.
Thinks perhaps the victory could be theirs, but
They didn't fully pull away though.
Fighting, Obi topping a three. This was a huge milestone.
Oh my gosh, I remember seeing that. Like, oh my gosh, this nigga hit that off the backboard.
It's a 4-point game. It's 6. How about the play of Andrew?
Oh, this nigga. Oh my god, bro.
I cannot wait to talk about his
Nimhard. Oh my gosh, bro. Look at that. Oh, my. Oh, what are you? Oh my goodness.
I know Doris Burke standing up. Glass, you'll take it.
Look at this dude, man. Look,
It's a 4-point game. It's 6. How about the play of Andrew Nemhard?
Cash.
Doris Burke standing by. I cannot wait to talk about his play on both ends. Hits that.
Yes, me.
Great defense. That's Lou Dort.
Oh.
He was the guy checking.
Hey, this nigga right here though, Lou Dort. I thought this was a foul.
That's Lou Dort. I
thought this was a foul. When I seen the replay though, I'm like, ooh, that he looked like Draymond Green on that motherfucker.
It's a 4-point game.
Watch
It's
this.
6. How about the play of Andrew Nembhard? I know
Nembhard
Sportz standing
busting
by,
their ass.
wait to talk about his play on
Look,
both ends.
get that shit out of here. That's top of the line defensive play right there without fouling. And then Shea go down there and do what he supposed to do. See, they went up 5. I was like, all right, they probably finna win.
And then here it's a 3-point game. Can you get the
that was big. That was big. Offensive rebound, Pascal.
It's a 1-point game late. Who's playing defense? It's Nembhard. Make it as hard as you can.
Brick.
It's a little long.
I knew. Watch. Look at Tyrese. Give me the ball. That nigga stopped and went back. Look.
But they trust their man. That's Casey Wallace, who got the start tonight.
Butter.
My apologies to the misidentification. That was floor level.
Butter.
For the crowd. That's the.
He's so egg, milk dud head looking at.
What his son continues to do, he doesn't seem to exhaust.
Look, bro.
The number of these shots late, as this is what they do.
Bro, like, you understand me? Like, bro, on my motherfucking mama, you feel me? Basketball, bro. Let me see. Only one on ESPN. Cheyenne said the only one on ESPN that admitted they was wrong about the Pacers was Scott Van Pelt. Yep, and he told him right to his face, too. You feel me? He told him right to his face, and bro was like, your counterparts, they still ain't believing. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to show these niggas. You feel me? But yeah, nah, he making Stephen A having to eat his words for sure. Man, hey, basketball bros, hey, that nigga cooked for sure. Nembhard and Shea knew each other since the age of 9. Yeah. They was going at it. Patrick say Indy, yes. Yeah, they doing their thing, bro. It's looking real good for the Pacers right now. You feel me? It's looking real good for them. But game 2 is going to tell it all. Game 2 is going to be, man, Sunday night. That's going to be the game because Indiana know, we got to win this game. It ain't, is the series over if they lose game 2? No, it's not. But you don't even want to put yourself in that situation, big dog. You know what I mean? You don't even want to put yourself in that situation. You feel me? Because they still a team that ain't done it yet. You know what I mean? So if that doubt start creeping in and you start, not being as confident because this team is giving it to you. You feel me? But if I'm the Pacers, I'm coming in, man. I'm trying to get game 2 too. I'm like, man, I'm trying to get greedy now. I'm trying to get game 2. It ain't gonna be easy though. You feel me? Because I'm telling you right now, Shea Gildress is like mild-mannered. You feel me? I could see, like he didn't say it in a way that made it seem like he was mad, like he was furious or whatever. But I could tell, bro, from the way he was talking in the post game, he like, yeah, he hot. So, you know what I mean? I don't know how he played when he hot, but you know what I mean? He looked like he gonna be ready game 2. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shea might go for 45. You feel me? He might have to. You feel me? Basketball bro say if Pacers win it all, Reggie getting the ring. I would love for him to, you know what I'm saying? In real life, he won't get a ring. You understand me? But he should probably definitely get an honorary one. And I said that I said this. Hey, look. We was just talking about Penny, and then look what popped up on my other phone on the feed. Do you feel me? That's on the I don't know if y'all heard of the channel Nonstop. You feel me? He be having some dope videos, you know what I mean? Just talking about the history of the game and different teams and eras and different players and all that shit. But yeah, I recommend giving him a subscribe, nonstop. You feel me? But yeah. Let me see. Let's ounce on ounce says Rick Carlisle let Shea do him and locking everyone else down. Then in the fourth, they doing the reverse. Yeah. Go to Leangelo said game two is where we see off top, off the man. Oh my mama, go to Leangelo. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Game two is when we gonna see what Shea is made of. You know what I mean? Is he made of the right stuff? Is he made of that Shea butter? You feel me? You be that soft shit. You know what I mean? Or is he Shea tough? You feel me? But Shea ain't never. I think he'll come through, and he ain't in his career so far. Definitely these past few years, you know what I mean, that they've been doing their thing. He ain't never showed me to be one to crumble. You know what I mean? Under pressure, crack under pressure, and all that. You know what I mean? So, you never know. But he also ain't never been. He also ain't never been to the finals. You know what I mean? This is all new. This final stage is this different. That's the reason why the players that become legends and that have they get the recognition that they get for winning all the championships that they have. That's why they are you know, that's why they get the what's the word? That's why they got the stature that they got. You know what I'm saying? Because this NBA finals, these NBA finals lights, man, these things is bright, man. Ain't y'all the only two teams playing? The whole basketball world is watching y'all. The whole basketball world. You know what I'm saying? So, you feel me? And when them games start, you can see down the stretch, bro. You can see once the game was close and it got close down the stretch, bro. OKC, they got kind of tight. They got a little tight there. And then there was some other shit I was watching. I was watching Nightcap a little while. I think they might be still on right now, but I was watching Nightcap right before I started the live, and they was talking about how I guess the OKC coach, you feel me? The OKC coach had he switched the lineup for the first time the whole year. You feel me? I guess. You know what I'm saying? He didn't start what's his name? Hallenstein or whatever, you know what I'm saying? The tall white boy. He didn't start him, he started somebody else. You feel me? And so they was talking about that, like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? But I guess I don't know, because that moves that moves Chet to the 5, you know what I mean? And if he was playing the 4, then he probably would have been guarding he probably would have been on Pascal a lot, you know what I'm saying? And they were saying that he probably ain't fit to, I mean, because he's a great defender and a shot blocker, but as far as like he ain't nimble enough to move with Pascal Siakam, and Pascal played the 4. You feel me? In the old days, like when I was coming up in the 90s and the 2000s, Pascal would have been a small forward. He would have been a 3. But in today's game, he's a 4. You feel me? But they was talking about bruh changed the lineup. And they like, bruh, why you do that for? You feel me? I mean, it's easy to say that after the game, though. You know what I mean? Because if you look at it throughout the course of the game, it was working. You know what I'm saying? Because they was in control of the game for the majority of the game. You feel me? Like they said, the Pacers never had the lead until Tyrese hit that shot with 0.3 seconds left. That's the first time they had the lead the whole game. You feel me? So what OKC was doing was working for the most part, but it didn't work good enough. You feel me? Everybody in the chat, give your boy a like one time, though. You understand me? Yeah, go to Leangelo said, all the legends take that shit. All of them. All of them, man. That's how you make your name. You feel me? Cheyenne said Indiana got to do everything to keep Miles Turner this offseason. I don't understand why they have this man on the trade rumors for the past 3 seasons. It makes no sense to me. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Especially when I heard his little, you know what I mean, speech after they won the Eastern Conference Finals. You know, they go around talking to everybody at the trophy presentation, and he was, you know, he gonna say, you know, he did what he's supposed to do. You say the right things, you understand me, and say all the politically correct shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I mean? He was making it sound like it was, hey, it's good. It ain't never been no, you know what I mean? When I'm like, could have sworn they had your ass on a motherfucking trading block last year, you feel me? But lucky for them, either they never found the right trade, or you know what I mean, and they end up keeping them. And look where they at now. You feel me? But you all the way right about that, Cheyenne. You feel me? Like, teams got to understand, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to be patient. That's all I be saying, bro. All this, you know what I mean? A team loses and this and that, and you want to trade this motherfucker, trade that motherfucker, fire the coach and all that. Nah, sometimes you got to just, you know what I mean? You got to keep that cohesion, fam. And sometimes it may take a couple fuck ups. You know what I mean? Basketball bro said the cops be pulling up. What's those red and blue lights? Nah, the lights, that's the light, this blue light that's in front of me is I'm at the charging station. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting charging my car right now. I'm almost done. You feel me? But I'm charging right now. So the blue light keep on, like, you know what I mean, flickering like that because it's charging. It's showing that it's charging. You feel me? Cheyenne said stretch 5 player who can shot block are very rare to find. Yeah, stretch 5 player that can shot block is very rare to find. Straight up. I think they're gonna start finding them a little bit more now though, because you know what I mean, with motherfuckers like Chet and Wemby, you feel me, coming into the league. Like I think the big man is kind of like, you know what I'm saying, coming back. It's kind of been back, you feel me, because you know, Giannis and Jokic and Embiid and shit, you know what I'm saying, but Chet and Wemby is like fucking unicorns and shit. You know what I'm saying? Them other 3 is like typical bigs. You know what I'm saying? Chet and Wemby is like fucking, that's some shit you ain't never seen before in your life, especially Wemby. Wemby is just like, Wemby is like fucking Gumby and shit. You know what I'm saying? For all the kids, y'all probably not, for all the y'all younger folks, y'all probably don't know who Gumby is. You feel me? But Wemby on that Stretch Armstrong shit, fam. Jordan is the GOAT, says not that hard. Kawhi about what? My fault. I be hella back far away in the chat because I be talking. Back in the days, he was at the 2. Karsten Nan said, would you say prime Mark Jackson or Tyrese would win in a 1-versus-1? Yeah, y'all be coming with these crazy questions. Prime Mark Jackson or Tyrese? I mean, Tyrese probably gonna win in a 1-on-1 because in a 1-on-1 ain't nobody to pass the ball to. You know what I'm saying? And Mark Jackson's specialty was passing the ball. You feel me? He could put the ball in the basket too, but that wasn't. Mark Jackson was a prototypical point guard. You know what I mean? Run the offense, come down, set up the offense. You know what I mean? Get my, get my teammates involved. Get get everybody else involved. And that's why Mark Jackson is he number 2 all time assist leader behind John Stockton? I think he was number 2 for the longest. So I think somebody surpassed him recently. It might have been Chris Paul or somebody like that. But he's either number 2 or 3 or 4. You know what I mean? So, but so in a 1-on-1, yeah, Tyrese will win that because you know what I mean. Tyrese is a scorer. He can score. You feel me? And Mark Jackson needs somebody to pass the ball to. You feel me? So Mark Jackson ain't but Mark Jackson from New York now. So, you know, the New York niggas, you know what I'm saying? It's just when he got to the NBA. You know what I mean? And, you know, see, when you get to the NBA, you got to carve out your niche. You know what I'm saying? You got to carve out what you going to do. You know what I mean? Most NBA players are role players. You know what I'm saying? So when you get to the NBA, you know what I mean? All NBA players was stars in high school and some in college and all that. But you know what I'm saying? Most NBA players is role players. So, you know what I mean? Mark Jackson, you know what I mean? When he was at St. John's and, you know what I mean? I'm sure when he was in high school, he was probably a big time scorer and all that. But in the NBA, he was a facilitator. You feel me? Jeremy Stinson said, we taking it all. Indy, you feel me? It's looking good. Y'all off to a good start. You feel me? Yeah. Mark Jackson not a scorer like that. Yeah. Go to Leangelo, say Mark Jackson not a scorer like that. Yeah, nah, he don't do that. Carson Ann said he would win, but I feel like it would be close. Maybe, but that wouldn't be a good one-on-one matchup. You know what I'm saying? Because one dude is known for putting that motherfucker in the basket. You know what I'm saying? And the other one is known for passing. You feel me? Cheyenne said Knicks gave up on Obi Toppin too early. On my fucking mama, they did. On my mama. And the Knicks probably gave up on Hardenstein a little too early too. Nigga, they said Hardenstein. They said this year Hardenstein made more money in this 1 year than he did his first 5 or 6 years in the league. You know what I mean? He got to that bag. Jordan is the GOAT said, my basketball knowledge is supreme. Ask me the question you won't answer. All right, I'm gonna ask you something too. Let me think about it. Load of Truth, what's going on? My boy Load of Truth in this thing, man. What's popping? Yeah, but Jokic ain't no typical big. Okay, go to Leangelo, say Jokic ain't no typical big. Nah, I get what you're saying by saying that, you know what I mean? But when I say a typical big, I'm saying like, I don't mean like precisely, because I know Jokic do more shit. You know what I mean? He like a point center. You know what I mean? He like a point center. You know what I'm saying? But he is a big though. So that's all I mean. Like the type of big that Jokic is, I feel like just his body type and shit is like different than like Wemby or Chet. Like Wemby and Chet is more similar, and I feel like Jokic and Embiid is more similar. I'm not saying that they play alike. You know what I'm saying? Because Embiid is not the overall like facilitator. You know what I mean? Like he can't do like he can. I'm not saying he can't pass. I'm not saying Embiid can't. You know what I'm saying? But he can't do it like Jokic can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like Jokic is like a fucking elite passer and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I mean when I say that. You feel me? Is that just like the body types and you know what I mean? And then shit, Giannis is like a combination of like Giannis is just a fucking athletic freak, bro. Like that motherfucker right there is just he different. Low the Truth said Tyrese was balling. Not really. I mean, he did okay, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, he made the shot. But he really didn't have a good game, though. He didn't have a bad game. I'm not gonna say he had a bad game. He didn't have a bad game, but he didn't have, you know what I mean, like the type of game that he could have had. You know what I'm saying? They just kept it close enough. You know what I mean? They just like I said, man, the Pacers don't do boring. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna let your ass get up, and then they're gonna show your monkey ass. The game ain't over, big dog. The game ain't over, man. You feel me? What is shit doing there? This shit tripping. I need to figure that out. So because go to LiAngelo. Okay. Go to LiAngelo. Say CP3 is number 2 in all-time assists, and Kid is number 3. Okay, and then Mark Jackson is number 4. Yep. Low the Truth say Kid better than Paul. Is Jason Kidd overall better than Chris Paul as a point guard? You can't go wrong with either one. So you can't go wrong. Both of them is all-time great. You feel me? I know CP3 don't got the ring and all that, but I don't give a damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? I used to didn't like CP3 as a Warriors fan because he was always a rival of ours and stuff like that. But I came to respect CP3 even before he came to play for the Warriors for that 1 year last year. I'm talking about once he went to OKC. You feel me? Me and somebody else talked about this in the chat the other day. When he went to OKC, because then what I started to realize, because when Houston traded Chris Paul to OKC, they essentially thought they was trading him to I'm gonna use Rob Parker's term, basketball NBA Siberia. You feel me? They thought they was trading him somewhere to where he done. You know what I'm saying? And they actually made the playoffs that year. That was the pandemic year, you know what I mean, where the season ended up in the bubble, but they ended up making the playoffs. The Thunder wasn't supposed to make the fucking playoffs. They was supposed to be trash. You feel me? So that's when I started to notice about Chris Paul that, hey, wait a minute. Every team that Chris Paul goes to gets better. Every team. They ultimately don't win the championship, but they always become better. Even if you go back to when he was on Houston before he went to the OKC Thunder, right? The 1 year where they almost beat the Warriors in 2018, okay? If you ask me, that was more because of Chris Paul was on that team, not James Harden. Not taking away nothing from James Harden. We know James Harden is a great player. He did his thing. You feel me? But, like, they were on the cusp of, they was up 3-2, and Chris Paul got hurt in game 5. They won that game, but that's the game where he got hurt, and he wasn't able to come back and play no more, and then they ended up losing the last 2 games of the series. You feel me? And then that game 7 at home, they went, 0 for 27. They missed like 27 straight threes in the second half. That was wild. Take that shit to the basket, big dog. You probably win the game. You take it to the basket. And I mean, that was with KD. Like, they had us down. As a Warriors fan, I truly believe, I watched that series. That was a tough series. The two toughest series that the Warriors had in that 5-year run was that fucking 2018 second round against the was that the second round? No, that was the third round. That was the Western Conference Finals, because we played them again. No. Yeah. We played them again in 2019 in the playoffs, but that year it was the second round. You know what I mean? And that was when KD initially injured himself. You feel me? That was like game 3 though. You feel me? But yeah, they had the Warriors down, bro. So to me, and if you look at all the other times where the Rockets played the Warriors in the playoffs, when it was James Harden, but Chris Paul wasn't there, like the Warriors always handled them easily, either 4-1 or 4-2. You know what I mean? Like in 2015, that was when the Rockets had Dwight Howard. You feel me? And it was James Harden and Dwight Howard. You feel me? They handled them easily, 4-1. You know what I mean? It was a few more times. You know what I'm saying? Handled them easily, right? When they got Chris Paul, they almost fucking beat the Warriors. So that's when I gained respect for Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, damn, every team this nigga go to, they get better. You feel me? So, but I went off on a little spree tangent right there. My bad. Load of Truth say, you see how Carlisle made Miles Turner? See how Carlisle had Miles Turner in the paint. You feel me? So I'll say this. It was certain parts of the game that, because I had my ear to it, you know what I mean? But I was watching it on my phone because I was doing some other shit. I was at my storage, you know what I'm saying? Getting some shit and just clearing out some shit. So it was certain parts of the game that I didn't see. I ended up not seeing. You feel me? Because I was doing some other shit. So I didn't really see all that. I really started paying attention in the fourth once they started to get close. Cause I watched the first half and I seen all right. They OKC controlling the game. So, you know, I was, you know what I mean? But then once it got close in the fourth, I started paying attention more. You feel me? Jackson is 6 behind Nash, Bron, CP3. Damn. Bron passed him too? This nigga Bron need to retire, but this nigga gonna have all the fucking records, man. You feel me? Tyrese destroyed Giannis. Yeah, that's he did. That he did. You feel me? That he did, man. Giannis, man, that team, they need to revamp around Giannis, bro. Straight up. They need to re-up around Giannis, man. Yeah, they need to you know what I mean? Revamp around Giannis, because that's what's going on, man. He needs some new blood. He got him that one championship though. He got him that one. Charger up in this bitch. What y'all talking about? Load of Truth say MJ the GOAT. Everybody know that. What's understood ain't even got to be said. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody know that shit. Whoever don't know that, you's a damn fool. Karsten then said, dude, we should have Turner in more than Toppin. We should have Turner in more than Toppin because he was making turnovers. I mean, yeah, hey, so Obi Toppin. So first quarter, I'm like, oh, Obi Toppin. You damn near look unplayable right now, brother. I mean, what's going on? Get your head out your ass, man. Is you scared, boy? You understand me? I mean, that boy was just giving it to the, you know what I mean? But he was just giving it to OKC, but OKC didn't, you feel me? OKC didn't capitalize off the turnovers. You know what I mean? Not as much as it looked like they was, but when you look at it and you say, okay, they had 25, they forced 25 turnovers. You know, the Pacers had 25 turnovers, but then the Thunder only scored 11 points off those turnovers. Like, that's not good. That mean they was just giving it to you, but you wasn't making them pay. You feel me? Like, I feel like however many turnovers a team forces, like if you force 25 turnovers, your points should at least match the amount of turnovers. At least. So if you force 25 turnovers, you should score at least 25 points off those turnovers. You know what I'm saying? Same thing, shit. If you force 13 turnovers, you should at least have 13 points off the turnovers. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that's the least. You feel me? I don't know what the hell you know what I mean? But hey, it's game one. It's game one. You know what I mean? They experienced it. You know what I mean? They got the, you know what I mean? They got the rust off. They got the, because they was off for 10 days. Now, I'm not trying to give them an excuse. I'm not trying to give you no excuse at all. Ain't no excuses. But I'm just saying, they was off for 10 days. So, you know what I mean? But, you know, you really can't say that, though, because it's like, okay, well, you wasn't saying that the first three quarters when they was up 10 and 12 and 15 and all that. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say that that rust wasn't a factor the first 3.5 quarters. So it can't be a factor the last half, the last half of the fourth. So that's true. That's true. You feel me? Solo Lager. Boy, your ass in here trolling like a motherfucker. Your ass know LeBron ain't better than no damn MJ. Samu out there in Argentina, man. Shout out to all my people in Argentina, man, out there tapping in with they boy though one time, man. You feel me? What y'all on out there in Argentina, man? Paul was the backbone of the Suns. Bro, listen, Leangelo, I've been saying this, bro. Look, I've been saying that the Phoenix, just like the same way I feel about the Milwaukee Bucks, is the same way I feel about the motherfucking Phoenix Suns, okay? Milwaukee ain't been the same since they traded Drew Holiday, and since they got rid of their coach, Mike Budenholzer. That's a hell of a last name right there. Budenholzer. You feel me? And then and the Suns ain't been the same since they fired Monty Williams and since they got rid of Chris Paul. Because Chris Paul is who once they traded Chris Paul for Bradley Beal, that was dumb than a motherfucker, okay? That just show you that new owner, he don't know what the fuck he doing. It's just a motherfucker that's rich, got a whole bunch of money. He played basketball too. He played at Michigan State, you know what I'm saying? So he knows some basketball, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? He that's, you know, he probably still a little bit out of touch, you know what I mean? Because he went and did some other shit to get rich, you feel me? But once Bradley Beal came over there, bro, you don't have a fucking point guard. They talking about, oh yeah, well, Devin Booker, you know, Devin Booker could play that role. Bro, Devin Booker is not a fucking point guard. Yeah, he's an NBA player, so he could play that role if you tell him, hey, we need you to play point guard. He's not a point guard, though, bro. He's a shooting guard. That's where he's at best. So I know for a fact, bro, if it would have been CP3, now, they played together a little bit, you know what I mean? They was together because KD, if I'm not mistaken, KD got traded what, like in the middle of the season, right? He got traded in the middle of the season from over there. Yeah. And they traded Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson and I believe Cam Payne and all that. I think that was during the season. So they played together a little bit, but then that offseason, that's when they got rid of Chris Paul. But if they would have been able to go forward with Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant, that's perfect. Chris Paul at the 1, Devin Booker at the 2, KD at the 3. And I know DeAndre Ayton didn't get along with Monty Williams, but if they somehow could have found a way to make that work, man, that would have been, they had a little squad over there, bro. But these teams, man, these franchises, they don't be knowing what the fuck they want to do, man. You feel me? They be breaking up good teams and all that for no damn reason. Loaded Truth said KD to the Wolves would be nasty. I don't know, man. I'm kind of over that type of shit now, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to think, bro, like they got to trade Kevin Durant, bro. So even like, I just don't think Kevin Durant is, he's still a great player, bro. But I don't know if he's still at the point in his career where his contribution to, because they should be a good team in Phoenix, bro. They should be a good team in Phoenix right now. I understand they don't have a prototypical point guard, but bro, they didn't even make the fucking play-in, bro. You do got two of the best players in the league on the team in Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. They was both on the motherfucking Olympic team last. You got two Olympic players on your team, and you can't fucking you can't even make the play-in. So I'm not saying it wouldn't not be like they wouldn't be a good team or whatever, bro. I'm gonna just say for me, I don't think that gets them over no hump like okay, yeah, pencil them into the finals or something now. I just don't think that. You know what I'm saying? I got enough evidence to show me, you know what I mean? Like Kevin Durant, okay, with the OKC Thunder. They were a great team. They got to the finals. A few more other years, they got to the conference finals. They probably should have beat the 73-9 Warriors in 2016 when they was up 3-1. You feel me? So they had a great team over there. But they ultimately didn't win, okay? And then he went to the Warriors. They won there. You know what I'm saying? He won there. But, like, that don't really, because they had already won, bro. They was already an all-time great team. You know what I'm saying? So then when you go to Brooklyn, they don't do shit there. You know what I'm saying? Get bounced out by the fucking, get swept by Boston in the first round. You know what I'm saying? In 22. You feel me? And the Warriors beat that same team in the finals. You feel me? Now you want to go to Phoenix. Now you go to Phoenix. You feel me? You don't even make the fucking play-in. You know what I'm saying? Ever since Kevin Durant then left the Warriors, he ain't even been to a conference finals since he left the Warriors. He left the Warriors in 2019. So that's like 6 years, bro. You feel me? I'll take out one of those years because of one of those years he was injured in 2020. Okay. So let's say 5. In 5 years, this man ain't got outside the second round, bro. In a few of them years, he been swept. In one of those years, he didn't even make the fucking playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So I know it sounds like I'm hella shitting on Kevin Durant. You feel me? But I know he's a great player. I'm just saying, I don't think that makes them know, because like I said, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to gut your team. Because even though I don't think that his impact on winning isn't the same as what it used to be, his stature is still what his stature is. So the Phoenix Suns ain't finna trade him for, you know what I mean, a box of crackers, you understand me, and a, you feel me, and a cup of coffee, feel? You understand me? They finna they gonna want draft picks. They gonna want, because right now the Phoenix Suns is fucked up. They ain't got no draft picks. They can't do nothing. You know what I mean? Because all their money is tied up into Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker. You feel me? So they can't do shit. They didn't trade it there. They didn't trade all the draft picks. They can't do a motherfucking thing. Who the fuck is that in there? I thought bro was already gone. Where the fuck bro car? Oh, nah, he here. Car right there. You feel me? But yeah, they go. So when Kevin Durant come over there, okay, you're gonna have KD and Ant. And another thing is too, for me, I mean, I don't know, but so, you know what I mean, this may be, you know what I mean, I may be overthinking it, or, you know, but I don't know. And Anthony Edwards don't kind of seem like the player that would be, you know, he seemed like the type of player that want to keep playing against somebody like Kevin Durant and keep beating him. But I may be wrong, you know what I'm saying? But so let's say that happens. You'll have Kevin Durant, you'll have Anthony Edwards. But then who you gonna have to trade, bro? You gonna have to trade who they got over there. Who can they fucking trade? Gobert is probably out of there. You got to trade Gobert. You got to trade Randall. You got to give up some draft picks. You're probably going to have to give up 1 or 2 young players. You feel me? You might have to give up McDaniels. Like, so by the time Kevin Durant get over there, it's not going to be the same team. So that's my thing on that. That's why I feel like, you feel me? Okay, if I'm Minnesota, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Because I'm making my name, I'm making my hay already on my own with Anthony Edwards. You know what I'm saying? Leading the way, doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? We just need a couple little tweaks, maybe a change in mindset. You know what I mean? As far as Anthony Edwards, to really, you know what I mean, get his mind frame on some, like, not just feeling like, oh, yeah, well, I made the right play. Yeah, I didn't shoot a lot, but, you know what I mean, I don't feel like I had a bad game. You know what I mean? I made the right play. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We'll get him next time. Nah, it can't be that. Nah, you gotta want this shit, baby. You know what I mean? Not saying he don't, but he's just still learning. He's still young and still learning on the right things to say, and you know what I mean? Because he be saying some shit to where you be like, young blood. You know that they're gonna get you on that. They don't sound right what you're saying right there. I understand what you're saying. I get you. You understand me? But you feel me? The media gonna get you with the press clippings on that one, fam. You feel me? Carsten Nan said, "What do you think about Coop going to the Mavericks?" It says Mansion, but I'm assuming you meant to say Maverick. Going to the Mavericks, some people think it's rigged. No, I don't think it's rigged. That's just my opinion. Some people might think so. I don't think it's rigged. I just think that's just the way. Now, I will say this. You feel me? The thing about the lottery, right? And I heard, who did I hear say this? I think it was Doggy on First Take, like last week or whatever. It may not have been him. It may have been somebody else. But, bro, the way they do the lottery in the NBA, it's like you can have like the two teams that had the worst records are picking like 4 and 5 because it's they do the little it's like a lottery kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So they need to kind of like if you like the worst team should the worst 2 or 3 teams should have the chance of getting the number 1, number 2. So it shouldn't be like the 8th worst team got a shot to get the number 1 seed. You know what I'm saying? Like it should be a cap on it somehow. You know what I mean? Like the worst 3 teams in the league, okay, if y'all want to have them 3 juggle for it, okay. But after that, you know what I mean? Then you do 4, 5, and 6. You know what I mean? And then 4 through 8. You know what I mean? Can get, you know what I mean? Or something. But the way they got it right now, you feel me? Now I understand why they got it like that. The reason why they got it like that is because if you do it how they do it in the NFL, which is the worst team gets the first pick, well then you're gonna have teams what's the word? Flunking. What's the word? I can't believe I'm forgetting the fucking word right now. You're gonna have teams, you know, losing games on purpose and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that way they can get the number 1 seed. Tanking is the word. Tanking is the word. Go to Leangelo. Thank you. You're gonna have teams tanking, and then yeah, these leagues don't want that. You know what I mean? Especially the NBA. You know what I mean? The NFL could survive it a little bit because they the NFL. They king. Like motherfucker gonna watch that shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? The NBA don't want that. You feel me? Because then you know you got teams putting out a bad product, and you know what I mean? They just don't want that. You feel me? So I understand that. You feel me? But maybe it's something else that I don't know what to you know what I mean? What to do. It's cool the way it is, but it can be better. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way like the Washington Wizards should be picking 5th, but the Dallas Mavericks are picking 1st. You feel me? And the Mavericks was in the fucking play-in and almost made the playoffs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you know, it shouldn't be that. So they got to fix that shit. But it is what it is. But Hali, what the Hali, man? What the Hali? Did it to their ass, boy. Motherfucking Haliburton, boy. HaliCurry. Did it to their monkey ass again. You understand me? This boy Haliburton on that shit, boy. Straight up. GQ says everybody can't tank though. It's impossible. So they should make it that way. Yeah. True. That's true too. GQ says so if the Pacers win, isn't this a Cinderella run? Nah, it's not a Cinderella run. A Cinderella run to me is a team that like had absolutely no fucking shot. You know what I'm saying? Now, I understand coming into the playoffs in the East, we looking at it like the Celtics and the Cavaliers. Okay, they ain't getting past them. So, you know what I mean? But we got to remember that the Pacers were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year, too. So, like, they were a Final Four team last year. So, like, they didn't just, this ain't their first year, like, making a deep run. You know what I'm saying? They made a deep run last year. So, it's not a Cinderella. A Cinderella would be like, a Cinderella would have been like fucking the, who was the 1-8? The 1-8 was OKC versus the Memphis Grizzlies. The 2-7 was Rockets Warriors. I think Houston would have been more of a Cinderella, even though they was the 2 seed. You feel me? There you go. Go to Leangelo. There you go. There you go. 2023 Heat was a Cinderella run. That was more of a Cinderella run. They was the fucking 8th seed. You know what I'm saying? They was the 8th seed, dog. And not only that, they started out as a play-in team. You know what I'm saying? Like they were the 10th seed, I believe. They were either the 9th or the 10th seed going into the playoffs. You feel me? So I mean, you're going into the play-in. You feel me? And they end up going all the way to the finals. Because Jimmy Butler was on that playoff Jimmy shit, boy. You feel me? Busting their ass. They didn't want no parts of playoff Jimmy in 2023. Oh, no. My fault. My bad. I'm thinking about the Heat team. Well, I may be right. Either because they also went to the finals in the bubble. You feel me? They also went to the finals in the bubble. The Heat did. I think that year they was the 8th seed. So one of those years they was the 8th seed. They went all the way to the finals. I forget which year it was, but GQ say, I feel you. You basically saying a play-in team, 7th, 8th seed. Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. Like now, I kind of see what you saying too, because shit, halfway through the season, Indiana was below 500. You feel me? Now they turned it around and they ended up winning 50 games this year. You know what I'm saying? Or at least 50 games. So that's a good season. But like the first half of the season, they was mediocre for sure. for sure. You feel me? But yeah, they was in the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and they ended up with 50 wins this year. So I don't think it would be a Cinderella, but I get what you're saying though. Goated Leangelo said, hella shady. Ewing went to his hometown Knicks. D Rose went to the Bulls. Bron went to the Cavs. Yeah. Where's Coop from? Is he from Dallas or some shit? Or from Texas? Carson Nancy, Keith only dropped like 10. It's a game. He said Cooper going to be the next Keith Van Horn. Keith Van Horn was kind of solid for his day, though. I know, you know what I mean? Keith Van Horn was solid for his day. He was solid. You know what I mean? He wasn't just no bum. You feel me? Keith Van Horn. I remember Keith Van Horn over there with the Nets. I'm going back to this comment right here. I'm seeing this, go to Leangelo. My bad. I'm just seeing this. Phoenix isn't KD's fault at all. They have no point guard, no depth, and no defense. Their center was motherfucking Yusef Nurkic for most of the year. I mean, is it all his fault? No, it's not all his fault, but it's part of his fault, bro. Like, you can't be the best player, bro, like, and then not be none of your fault at all, bro, and you making the most money. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you one of the highest earners and shit. Like, bro, it falls on him, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying all of it falls on him, but a good chunk of it should. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I don't know, bro. I feel like KD be getting a pass, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like KD be getting a pass, bro. Like, he's supposed to be this pantheon player, you know what I'm saying? But, bro, even if my thing is like this, though, bro. Okay, go to Leangelo. Even if you right, even if it's not his fault, bro, it's like, dude, you can't even make the play-in? Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like a player of his caliber, bro, should at least be able to be a 10th seed. Like, they were losing to some bad teams, bro. Like, You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, bro. You know, but like I don't know what it is, but KD be getting a pass, bro. Like it's like they just look at the fact that like a lot of people just look at the fact that he can score, and that's it. You know what I mean? But even you know, and everybody know I'm the biggest LeBron hater, but they don't let LeBron get away with that kind of shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron gets fucking crucified. You feel me? But KD could be over it, bro. If the Lakers don't fucking even make the play in, bro, like people is trying. They like a lot of motherfuckers is like, oh, LeBron James, he ain't in my top 20 no more. Like motherfuckers would be trying to take this motherfucker out the top 20. Like that's how much smoke they be having for LeBron James and KD. It just seems even Steph. You know what I mean? Even like, bro, and it just seemed like KD just able to just escape, just easy money sniper. So that's all I'm saying. You feel me? It's like, bro, you at least gotta. I mean, you can't make the play in, big dog. You feel me? Carlson then said, "Did you hear Anthony Richardson getting hurt? Who was that? Anthony Richardson? You talking about bro from the Colts, from the Indianapolis Colts, the quarterback? Oh, okay. Go to Langelo say, no, Coop is from Maine. Okay, I don't know where he from. You feel me? But I thought he was from the East. You feel me? Usually them Duke niggas come from the East. You feel me? Go to LiAngelo. Nah, real facts, not making the play in it. That's all I'm saying. We all know Kevin Durant is a great player. No matter what happened, he gonna go down as top 15 all time or wherever you want to put him at. You know what I'm saying? Top 15 to 20. Some people got him in the top 10. I don't think he's a top. You can't. How can you put him in the top 10? Like that's, you know what I mean? But you know, top 15, I'll be willing to give him that. You feel me? But yeah. So we all know he's a great player, but you got to still be able to. And I mean, he's still playing well. You know what I mean? It ain't like he didn't fell off the map. You know what I'm saying? Like when he plays, he still plays like Kevin Durant, but he didn't kind of like it's kind of seeming like it's kind of his time is kind of passing him by now because his teams ain't winning. You know what I mean? He on teams that don't do shit. You feel me? Okay, Carlson then said, yeah, he talking about Anthony from the Colts. What happened to him? Yeah, we finna get the football talk going here in a little while. In about a, you know, I'm still in basketball mode right now. We in the finals now, so I ain't ready to talk football yet. Not that I can't, because I wanted to talk about Brock Purdy and his contract. I'm probably gonna do a episode on that too. A little episode on Brock Purdy and his new contract and all that. Told y'all he was gonna get it. You feel me? As he should have. You feel me? He earned it. You feel me? GQ says Bradley Beal not waiving his trade clause. Nah, he not. And I talked about that too. Is that yeah, because the Phoenix Suns, they don't, I mean, but it's their fault. Y'all traded for him, but they don't want Bradley Beal no more. But the Phoenix Suns dumb for trading for him, and the Washington Wizards is dumb for giving him for letting him get a no trade clause in his fucking contract. Like, what the fuck? What the hell? You know what I'm saying? What the hell? So yeah, but if not for Bradley Beal, like if not for Bradley Beal not having that or having that trade clause, the Warriors would have never got Jimmy Butler, because Jimmy Butler wanted to go to Phoenix. The only reason why that trade didn't go through is because Bradley Beal wouldn't lift his trade clause. He's like, nah, nigga, y'all ain't finna send me to fucking wherever the fuck y'all trying to send me to, boy. I'm staying right here in fucking Phoenix. I don't give a fuck if y'all don't want me. I'm staying right here, bitch. Tough luck for you, motherfucker. You understand me? So then after that, then Jimmy settled on the Warriors. And it was the same for us too, because we was trying to get Kevin Durant. We was trying to bring Kevin Durant back. You feel me? But Kevin Durant didn't want to come. So we settle for Jimmy. You feel me? And I think it's gonna. I think it was the right thing, and I think the Warriors is gonna be a problem next year. When I say a problem, I'm not saying like how they used to be. I just mean they're gonna be one of the teams to be reckoned with next year. Not saying we gonna win a championship, but I'm just saying a full season there, because y'all see what we did once Jimmy came. So a full off season and training camp, the Warriors gonna be a problem next year. For sure, for sure. Everybody know it. Shrek say Cash App so we can send. Hey, my Cash App is Jada Snax. JADASNAX, all one word. You know what I'm talking about? Load of Truth said, Jada, we need rim protection. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, we definitely need rim protection for sure, for sure. So what I said at the end of the season, what we needed, we definitely need rim protection. We definitely need a big, somebody that can protect the rim, get rebounds, run the floor, and catch lobs. We definitely need that. So yeah, we need that. We also need we need more shooting. You know what I'm saying? We need more shooting. Shrek, yep, that's it right there. Everybody in the chat, that's my motherfucking Cash App if y'all want to send your boy a little something. You know what I mean? If you want to put a little, you know what I mean? So I can go give me a little cheeseburger or something. You feel me? But they need rim protection. And they also need shooting because right on, Shrek. Right on, bro. Hopefully you ain't bullshitting, but I was gonna say, man, we need rim protection. Okay, so we need a big, and they need shooting. Because when Steph got hurt, bro, it's like everybody else forgot how to fucking shoot. You feel me? Everybody else forgot how to fucking shoot. And I'm like, wait, y'all did make it to the NBA without Steph Curry. So how come all of a sudden this nigga ain't in the game? He ain't playing no more. Y'all motherfuckers look like y'all forgot how to play basketball. But we didn't have no shooting, bro. You know what I'm saying? We sure could have used Klay Thompson. You feel me? So we need shooting too. You know what I mean? Even if it's just some motherfuckers that could hit some mid-range. We just need somebody that can put the ball in the basket. You feel me? Noble OG, what's going down? You feel me? And then also they need a backup point guard. You feel me? They need because Pajinski is cool, but my thing is, and I like Pajinski. He's a great player as far as for what Steve Kerr likes to do and his style of play. Being conducive to winning. You feel me? So, Load of Truth, I agree with you. Post is horrific on defense. Quentin Post is a fucking statue on defense. I mean, good Lord. You know what I'm saying? So when he not hitting that three, he's unplayable. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, so those are the three things right there. The Warriors need a backup. Oh, that's what I'm saying. So Pajinski, because he's scrappy, he takes charges, he's a great rebounder for a guard. You know what I mean? He can facilitate a little bit and play make a little bit, you know what I mean, for others. His defense is okay. Sometimes his defense is horrible, you know what I mean? But at times he does, you know, so he's overall, like, I like Pajinski, but I don't think Pajinski can be your starting two guard and you be a championship contender. You know what I'm saying? I think Pajinski got to be he got to come on. When you know the Warriors, when Pajinski, when his role is coming off the bench, you know what I'm saying, doing all that, then you know everybody is in their right place. But if he's your starting shooting guard, I don't know if you good enough. You know what I'm saying? Unless, because he did at certain parts of the season, Pajinski was playing great even offensively. He was hitting threes, not throughout the whole season, but then during that Timberwolves series and like the back half of that Rocket series, he started bricking. He was doing other things, you know what I'm saying? And he started bricking, but we need a backup point guard because when he was bringing the ball up the court, especially the Minnesota defense, he wasn't able to he was bringing the ball up the court with his back facing the basket. You feel me? We need somebody that, you know what I mean? So the Warriors need a backup point guard, and they need a big that can run the floor, rim protection, block shots, rebound, and catch lobs. And they just overall need a little bit more shooting. So it ain't all just on Steph Curry to do all the fucking shooting. You feel me? Jimmy Butler is a great addition because he brought something that we didn't really have unless Kuminga is doing it and unless they want to give Steph Curry some calls, because Steph Curry don't never get no damn calls. You know what I'm saying? They want to say, oh, it's because all he do is shoot threes. No, he don't. They grabbing, pulling, holding on that, man. They doing all type of shit, man. But Jimmy Butler brought an element of being a player that can get to the line. We didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? So, go to LiAngelo, say Paz is just so damn streaky. That's it. I mean, but that's the thing about role players. I said that on one of my last lives too, is that like people gotta understand that's why I be hating, that's one thing I make fun of about LeBron, because it's always the role. They always want to blame the role players. It's like, bro, they're role players. Like, they're not to be depended on like that. You know what I mean? Like, the reason why they're role players is because they're streaky. They're inconsistent. That's why they're role players. Otherwise, they would be stars and superstars. Stars and superstars are who we expect to show up every night. Now, they'll have a bad game here or there too, you know what I'm saying? But more times than not, we expect the stars and the superstars to show up. That's why they stars and superstars. But role players, we know that, you know what I mean, it's hit or miss. You know what I mean? This game they're going to play well. The next game they may not play so well. The next game they may play like they're a fucking star. The next game they may play like a fucking bum. Then the next game they may play all right. Then they may play bad again. Then they'll play good. Then they'll play good again. Then they'll play good again. Then they'll play bad. Then they'll play good. Then they'll play bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're role players, you know what I'm saying? So you got to expect it. You feel me? Go to LiAngelo said, Jay Kuminga looked better than ever during the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, he had to play. He had to play against the Timberwolves. It was, once Steph Curry go out, all bets is off. I mean, everybody got to fucking play. You feel me? So the only thing about Kuminga is that, like, bro, like, I love Kuminga, bro, but the reason, like, what happened to him this year was just bad luck. Okay, he was playing well before he got hurt, and then he got that little ankle injury, that little sprained ankle, and he ended up being out longer than he was supposed to be. And then while he was out, we got Jimmy Butler, and once Jimmy Butler got here, we went on a run. So once he got back, bro, you got to fall in line now. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Sorry, but you gotta fall in line. And the reason why is because I've seen Jonathan Kuminga enough to know, like, his style of play, although we need it at times, we need somebody that can get to the basket and score and get to the line and stuff like that. He's inconsistent too. You know what I mean? And his style of play kind of takes away from what the team wants to do, especially when Steph Curry is in the game. And his style of play don't really translate to winning. If you notice, a lot of times, you know what I mean, during the times when he's played well, like the team ain't necessarily doing a whole bunch of winning, but he's playing well though. You know what I'm saying? So I like Jonathan Kuminga, man, but you know what I'm saying? On this team, he just gotta, it is what it is, bro. He just happened to get drafted to a team that, even though we not at the height of the dynasty no more, as long as they have Steph Curry and he's still playing at the level that he played at once Jimmy Butler got there for those last 30, 35, 40 games, he was playing at an MVP caliber level. Long as he's playing at that level, they feel like they got a chance to win a championship. You know what I'm saying? So maybe not at the same level that they was, like I said, during the height of the dynasty, but if you got Steph Curry, bro, you got a chance, bro. Just like this year, they feel like if Steph don't get hurt, they beat the Timberwolves. You feel me? AAB, that's not a hot take. That's a fact. AAB says hot take, Kobe better than LeBron. That's not a hot take. That's for show, though. That's truthism. You know what I'm saying? Kobe is better than LeBron. That's not a hot take. You feel me? That's just that ain't nothing but facts. You ain't doing nothing but preaching to the choir. You feel me? Everybody knows this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know Kobe better than LeBron, bro. Come on, man. Stop playing. Stop playing, man. Noble OG say, I'm a Heat fan. You want Wiggins back? And, you know, Wiggins, bro. Wiggins is one of those type of player. Like, it is crazy because y'all probably not gonna get too much of a motivated Wiggins now because, like, you know, what I mean, he probably just gonna, I don't know, he probably just gonna play out the rest of his career now and just get his money because he, you know, the height of his career was with the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Now he's still young enough. Wiggins is only what 30 or 31 or something like that. So he still got a lot of basketball left, and he's still athletic enough. But just his demeanor and his mentality is like for us, like I was sad to see him go. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of Warriors fans. Oh, you know what? Man, I don't give a fuck, bro. Without Wiggins, we don't win a championship in 22, bro. He was the second best player on the team during the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like overall. You know what I mean? Jordan Poole did his thing too. You know what I'm saying? But overall, throughout that whole playoff run, especially in the rounds that mattered most, the Western Conference Finals and the NBA Finals, he was the second best player after Steph Curry. You feel me? So anybody that came over here and helped my team win a championship, bro, you ain't gonna be no I don't Wiggins bash. Now I don't knock you, you know what I'm saying, Noble OG, for, you know what I mean, however you feel, you know what I mean, y'all in Miami Heat are a championship winning organization too, so y'all used to winning and stuff like that. But as far as Andrew Wiggins with me, I'm thankful of his contribution to the dynasty. You know what I'm saying? Helping Steph and Clay and Dre, you know what I mean, win a championship, win another championship. And so, yeah. But, I mean, shit, if we could get him back and not give up nothing, hell yeah, I'd take him back. That's another 3-and-D win. Wiggins was one of our better defenders. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to trade him, but it's like, we think this is going to make us better. You know what I mean? And the Warriors was like, the Warriors was playing average at that time. They was a mediocre team, you know what I mean? So they needed to do something. You feel me? Okay, let me see. Low the Truth say Gasol was a dog. Yep. Gasol had to learn. So I equate Gasol to Pippen. I mean, Pippen was a better player overall than Gasol, but I'm saying as far as Jordan made Pippen tougher. Pippen was kind of known for being a little softer too at the beginning. You know what I mean? He had a few games. He had headaches, couldn't play because he had a headache and all that. You know what I'm saying? So Jordan kind of, you had to be tough. It's the same thing with Gasol with Kobe. Kobe made Gasol tougher. You feel me? That's what they were saying about him in the 2008 finals. Nigga, we lost this shit because your ass was getting punked by Kevin Garnett and the motherfucking Hubba Bubba Kendrick Perkins. You feel me? Molded. You understand me? But yeah, Gasol had no choice but to get tougher. You know what I mean? Otherwise, Kobe was gonna put his motherfucking foot right up his natural motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that was. Yeah. Yeah, but Gasol definitely, boy. The Lakers, when they had that Twin Towers, boy, Gasol and Bynum, that shit was unstoppable. You feel me? LeBron for Goldie Leangelo said discrediting Jordan and LeBron for their help is dumb. I agree with you on that. The thing though, the reason why people go with that with LeBron though is because with LeBron, it is true that he had more help than Kobe or Jordan, and they beat tougher teams with less help. Not saying they didn't have no help. You got to have help in order to win the championship. I'm not saying they didn't have help, but the thing with LeBron is he had the most help out of those three, but they always only give him the credit, bro. They always only give LeBron the credit. They act like he didn't play with Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade is the third best shooting guard of all time behind motherfucking Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. And he already had a ring, so he already knew how to, you know what I mean, how to get down. You feel me? They act like Kyrie Irving didn't hit that shot. Like Kyrie is the one that hit the shot. You feel me? And they say that Anthony Davis overall really played better than LeBron James in the finals in the bubble. You feel me? So that's the only thing. So, but I feel you, you know what I mean? It's not about discrediting, because I don't like that, because they do that with Brock Purdy. Since somebody mentioned football, they do that with Brock Purdy. They say, oh, well, he had, he has McCaffrey and Debo and Kittles and all this and blah, blah, blah. He has all of these weapons, and like, that's not a bad thing, bro. Like that, that means that the front office did their job, building a great team. Well, we want to see him do it without. Why? Why do you want to see him? Why do you want to see him prove something to you without great players? Like, what does that prove, bro? That proves nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody can't beat Patrick Mahomes, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gave him a great team. He did his job. He got the team to the Super Bowl, and he played well in doing it and was an MVP candidate. Like, you can't knock him for that. You know what I'm saying? Joe Montana was throwing the ball to Jerry Rice. We don't knock Joe Montana. This motherfucker was throwing to the damn near the greatest motherfucking player ever. You feel me? So, yeah, I don't understand why they do that. You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense to me. Loaded Truth said, Brock loving his new rookie wideout from Ole Miss, Jordan Watkins. Okay, I gotta Loaded Truth. I know you probably tapped in more right now to what's going on with the Niners right now than me. I ain't really been paying attention at all. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, definitely keep me informed and up to date with everything that's going on with the Niners until we Loaded Truth. I think we might got action this year, bro. I think we might got action. I think we gonna make a comeback this year, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think we're gonna make a comeback, man, because we got a cool little schedule too. They say we got one of the easier schedules. You feel me? AAB said when Kobe won his 4th and 5th chip, Kobe's best player was Gasol, and the others were a decent player, and that played their role right. No, that's facts, bro. Go back and look at those 09 and go look at that 2009, 2010 championship Lakers team, bro. Go back and look at the roster. You know what I'm saying? Sasha Vujacic, they wasn't bums. So I'm not saying, you know what I mean? Because, okay, it was Kobe, it was Lamar Odom, Derek Fisher, Bynum, Gasol. Those are 5 solid players right there. You know what I'm saying? But Derek Fisher is still a role player. You feel me? Lamar Odom was a high-level role player. You feel me? Gasol was an all-star, so we can't, and Gasol is a Hall of Famer, so we can't front on Gasol. And Bynum, for that time, for those years, Bynum was doing this thing too. I think he made an all-star or two. So, but everybody else though, it was like Sasha Vujacic and Jordan Farmar, you know what I'm saying? Adam Morrison, you know what I'm saying? So, matter of fact, man, I'm finna look it up right now. Fuck all the talking. I'm finna look it up right now. 2009 Los Angeles Lakers roster. Okay. The 08-09 roster. Okay. They had Trevor Ariza on that motherfucker too. I can't front on Trevor Ariza. So they had a little squad. They kind of had a little squad though. But nah, okay. Trevor Ariza, Shannon Brown, Kobe Bryant, Andrew Bynum, Jordan Farmar, Derek Fisher, Pau Gasol, DJ Mbanga, Chris Mim, Adam Morrison, Lamar Odom, Josh Powell, Vladimir Radmanovich, Sasha Vujacic, Luke Walton, and Sun Yu. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you throw out Trevor Ariza, and Shannon Brown was just a role player, but Shannon Brown was a high flyer. I just remember this nigga always dunking and having these fucking acrobatic ass, high flying ass dunks. So Trevor Ariza, Shannon Brown, Kobe Bryant, Andrew Bynum, Derek Fisher, Pau Gasol, Lamar Odom. You know what I mean? Yeah. They had a little squad. AAB said that's a whole role playing team. He said that's a whole. Oh, okay. So let me look at the 2009-2010 roster. Okay. 2009-2010 roster. Shannon Brown, Kobe Bryant, Andrew Bynum, Jordan Farmar, Derek Fisher, Pau Gasol, DJ Mbanga, Adam Morrison, Lamar Odom, Josh Powell, Sasha Vujacic, Luke Walton, and Meta World Peace. They added Ron Artest. You feel me? So they had a little squad. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But it was some role players on that motherfucker. Artest, yeah. Artest was on that 09-010 team for sure. You feel me? Raheem Jones said Kobe Bryant the GOAT. I ain't mad at that. Jordan my GOAT, but I got Kobe number 2. You feel me? AAB said MJ had more Hall of Famers on his team than Kobe. Okay, so look, let's go look at the first three-peat. The first three-peat for the Bulls, okay? 1991 Chicago Bulls roster. Okay. Oh, my nigga, the first nigga. This how I got my name, BJ Armstrong. So BJ Armstrong, he was a role player though. He did make one All-Star in his career, but that was that one year that Jordan retired. He stepped his game up and he made the All-Star team. BJ Armstrong, Bill Cartwright, Horace Grant, Craig Hodges, Dennis Hobson, Michael Jordan, Stacey King, Cliff Livingston, John Paxson, Will Purdue, Scottie Pippen, Scott Williams. Come on, bro. So I give you Scottie Pippen, and I'll give you Horace Grant. After that, bro, that's all role players, bro. BJ Armstrong, Bill Cartwright, Craig Hodges, Dennis Hobson, Stacey King, Cliff Livingston, John Paxson, Will Purdue, and Scott Williams. Come on, bro. Come on, man. I mean, this man was out there winning with me and you. Okay. You feel me? Let's look at the 92 roster. It's going to essentially be the same team, maybe one or two differences. 1992 Chicago 1992 Chicago Bulls roster. Who we got here? Okay, it's a few more players added, but role players. This is essentially the same team. B.J. Armstrong, Bill Cartwright, Horace Grant, Bob Hansen, Craig Hodges, Dennis Hobson, Michael Jordan, Stacey King, Cliff Livingston, Chuck Nevitt, John Paxson, Will Perdue, Scottie Pippen, Mark Randall, Rory Sparrow, and Scott Williams. Same team. They added a few more bums, but you know what I mean? Essentially, it was the same thing going down, fam. Michael Jordan was carrying a whole bunch of motherfuckers that needed to be carried. You understand me? 1993 Bulls roster. This is the third championship of the three-peat. B.J. Armstrong, Ricky Blanton, Bill Cartwright, Joe Courtney, JoJo English, Horace Grant, Michael Jordan, Stacey King, Rodney McCray, Ed Neely, John Paxson, Will Perdue, Scottie Pippen, Trent Tucker, Darrell Walker, Corey Williams, Scott Williams. Come on, bro. This man three-peated with these people. Okay? 3 in a row. Come on, man. Like, just stop it. You feel me? Now, the next three-peat was a little bit more star-studded. That first three-peat, I mean, don't even talk to me, brother. Like that first three-peat, he was playing with all role players, fam, except for like Scottie Pippen, and even Horace Grant was a role player, but he was a glorified role player, sort of like what Draymond Green is for the Warriors. You feel me? He is a Hall of Famer. He has made multiple all-star teams, okay? And in some aspect, Draymond is a star player, but he's essentially a role player. He's like a glorified role player. You know what I'm saying? He's a role player that's like a borderline star. You feel me? You don't look. I'm saying from a not from a scoring standpoint, just from an overall player standpoint. Same way with Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman wouldn't score like that, but he was still a star and he's still a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? Same thing with Ben Wallace. You feel me? So you don't got to be a scorer, you feel me, to be a star or to be a Hall of Famer. You feel me? So let me see. 96. Now 96, 97, 98 Bulls teams, they was a little bit more it was a little bit more star-studded. So, but it was still, you know what I mean? They were still, the way these teams was put together, it still wasn't like super teams, you know what I mean, and shit. You feel me? But so Randy Brown, Judd Bushler, Jason Caffey, James Edwards, Jack Haley, okay, them is all role players right there. Y'all ain't even never heard of them. You feel me? And then it starts to get a little, so then Ron Harper, he was a great player. Michael Jordan, Steve Kerr, Tony Kukoc. They called him the motherfucking the Croatian Michael Jordan. You feel me? Luke Longley, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, John Sally, Dickie Simpkins, Bill Winnington. So still a lot of role players, but a few more quality players though. You know what I'm saying? Like Ron Harper, Steve Kerr, Tony Kukoc, Dennis Rodman. You feel me? I ain't even got to name Scottie Pippen. We all know he's one of the greatest too. All right. That 97 team. Let me see that 97 Chicago Bulls. Randy Brown, Judd Bushler, Jason Caffey, Bison Dele. I forgot about him. Ron Harper, Michael Jordan, Steve Kerr, Tony Kukoc, Luke Longley, Robert Parrish. This nigga, Robert Parrish. That nigga was still in the league at that time, huh? Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Dickie Simpkins, Matt something, Stigangay, whatever. I don't know what the fuck. You know what I mean? And then Bill Winnington. Yeah, man. Yeah, Jordan was him. He was him for real, big dog. That 98 team, the Last Dance team, and the roster: Keith Booth, Randy Brown, Judd Bushler, Scott Burrell, Jason Caffey, Ron Harper, Michael Jordan, Steve Kerr, Joe Klein, Tony Kukoc, Rusty LaRue, Luke Longley, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Dickie Simpkins, David Vaughn, Bill Winnington. You feel me? So LeBron's teams was more stacked, bro. Go to LiAngelo for sure, man. Definitely holla at your boy. It's all good, man. I'm finna get up and get me some too. You understand me? I just wanted to go through that, but definitely right on go to LiAngelo. You know what I'm saying? For sliding through, man. Definitely. Salute to you, my brother. Yeah, Carson Nance said he won 6 championships and never lost. That's just GOAT shit. That's GOAT shit right there. Carson Nance. So what? MJ played with more Hall of Famers. He's still better than Kobe. Yeah, Jordan is better than Kobe. Did he play with more Hall of Famers though? Because I'm talking about Hall of Famers in their prime. You know what I mean? Or that still can contribute, you know what I mean, greatly. And the only 2 Hall of Famers that I can think of that Jordan played with that and won championships with is Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman. That first go around, I think Tony Kukoc is in the Hall of Fame as far as like the World Hall of Fame type shit. You feel me? But yeah, so Jordan didn't play with a whole bunch of Hall of Famers, but he played with 2. LeBron didn't play with a lot of Hall of Famers. LeBron didn't play with D Wade. LeBron didn't play with LeBron did play with Shaq. I'm not gonna mention Shaq though, because he was at the back end. But he did play with Shaq. Okay, but I ain't gonna mention him. LeBron played with D Wade, Chris Bosh, Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving. These are all Hall of Famers. Okay. Anthony Davis, Carmelo Anthony, Russell Westbrook, Ray Allen, now Luka Doncic. That's 9 right there. And I know it's somebody I'm forgetting about. I know for a fact it's 1 or 2 players that I'm not even thinking about right now. That's 9 Hall of Famers right there. Bona fide. You feel me? Bona fide Hall of Famers. You understand me? Bro, Carson Nance, I've been trying to tell these people how gangster that is. He literally retired and came back and won. Bro, like people don't understand, bro. I'm telling you, they don't understand, bro. Jordan was on some other shit, dog. Like, because y'all got to remember, this is one of the last things I'm going to say, bro, and then I'm finna get up off here too. But look, y'all got to remember, okay, when Jordan went on that run, on that three-peat, that first one, that's the first time any team had three-peated since Bill Russell's Celtics, which was like 30 years prior. You feel me? So nobody had three-peated since Bill Russell's Celtics. And they won like what, 11 and 13 years or some shit like that. Since then, nobody had three-peated. Magic didn't do it. Now, Magic went to 9 finals in 10 years. So I ain't, Magic, but I'm just saying he never went back to back to back. He went back to back one time, but he never went back to back to back. Okay. Magic didn't three-peat. Bird didn't three-peat. Kareem never three-peated. Wilt never three-peated. Jerry West, Dr. J, Isaiah, all of these great players that had came from the time Bill Russell and them went on a run up until the time Jordan came along and started winning championships. It was like 30 years or something in between that. So that was the first time anybody had won 3 in a row in 30 years. So right after that, so you got to imagine, bro, he won three in a row. And so that was 3 in his first 9 years, right? Because he won his first one in his 7th year, one in his second one in his 8th year, one in his 3rd one in his 9th year. That's an average of 3 rings, and that's an average of 33%, right? And 2 years prior to winning his first championship, he was in the Eastern Conference Finals. So he was already knocking at the door. You know what I'm saying? Right? So bam, they win that three-peat. And then it didn't help that his dad got killed. You know what I mean? So he was already feeling like he was already talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like he burnt out. Him and his pops was already talking about it. Like, and then I'm the first motherfucker to three-peat in 30 years, bro. This shit too easy. I ain't even motivated to do this shit no more. Like, I need to go do something else. Man, I'm finna go play basketball. Pops passed away. Oh man, that was his dream for me to do that anyway, man. I'm finna go play baseball. This nigga went to go play baseball. Now, anybody that know sports, bro, you know the hardest thing to do across all sports is hit a baseball coming at you 90 miles an hour. Shit, fuck 90, shit, even 70. You feel me? 65. You feel me? So he went to go do that. And then once they went on strike, he came back to the league and then won 3 more in a row. Okay. In that first year, his first championship, his 4th championship, but that first championship in the second three-peat, they went 72-10. Nobody had ever won 70 games before in NBA history. So motherfuckers don't understand, bro. Like, and went to the finals 6 times. Won all 6, bro. Never let a finals go to a game 7. You feel me? Michael Jordan is the league leader in playoff points per game at like 33 or some shit like that. In the fucking 93 finals against the Suns, Charles Barkley was the MVP. Okay. That nigga averaged 40 in the finals. It's pretty fucking ridiculous. This nigga averaged 40. You feel me? For the whole series. That's the highest average anybody ever averaged in the fucking final series, bro. Like, so this dude played his best when it was all on the line. You feel me? So it's nothing to take away from nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron is a great player, bro. He's a great player. I never said he wasn't a great player. I got him top 10. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, he's not better than Michael Jordan, bro. Like, it's levels to this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just levels to the shit. We don't even want to talk about the Air Jordan shoe. We don't even want to talk about the Air Jordan shoe. You feel me? But, man, let me see what y'all saying in the chat before I get off, bro. Low the Truth said, yo, Jordan came back and lost to the okay, no, yeah. I don't want to omit that. He did come back, but see, the reason why I give that a pass, bro, is because he came back with 7, like it was just an abrupt stop, play baseball. All right, I'm gonna go back and jump in and play basketball. So like, we know that Jordan was not like in full. He wasn't at the peak of his powers when he came back in 95. He came back with 17 games to go in the season. Okay. So he wasn't like in like peak basketball shape. And so what I'm saying is this is proven because once he had that full off season, okay, to get back in basketball shape and get ready for the upcoming season, bro, the next year they had the greatest season in the history of the NBA. And that was the start of the second three-peat. So in 94, 95, when they lost to Orlando in the second round, I give that a pass. Oh, for sure. That's a pass for sure. Now, had it been the whole season, that would have been something different. But it was only 17 games left in the season when he came back. You feel me? So the season was basically damn near already done. You feel me? So he jumped in at the most intense time of the season when everybody getting ready for the playoff run. You feel me? So I give him a pass for that. But you're right. They did lose to Orlando. And then that next year, they swept Orlando. They swept that same Penny and Shaq team. You feel me? The same team that just beat them. You feel me? The year before they beat them in what, 6? You know what I'm saying? They swept them. They swept Orlando. Swept them. You know what I'm saying? Sent Shaq to the Lakers. You feel me? So yeah, Jordan was on a whole different level. You feel me? Keep in mind, Havlicek undefeated at 8-0 in the NBA Finals. No, I don't want to sleep on John Havlicek and all that. I'm just not too. I know the name. I know about that era. I just don't go back that far, bro. As far as like now, John Havlicek, Bill Russell, Bob Cousy, all of them all-time greats. They deserve, nigga. Ain't no whatever came after without them. So I ain't shitting and sleeping on them at all. I'm not a JJ Redneck up here talking about they was playing against plumbers and not me. You know what I'm saying? So I respect, but I'm just saying, John Havlicek, I got to keep. I got to do my homework. I got to do a little more homework on John Havlicek. You understand me? Because I know the name. I know he was great. You know what I mean? I know that Havlicek steals the ball. Havlicek steals the ball. You know what I'm saying? I know about that highlight. You understand me? But you feel me? Yeah, I got to do a little bit more homework on John Havlicek. You understand me? But so I don't know where I would like. I got to go with the people on that. You know what I mean? I don't know where to rank somebody like John Havlicek. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know he's an all-time great. He's a Hall of Famer. He's ranked high, but I don't know, you know what I mean, where I would rank him. You feel me? But Havy, you know what I mean? Havy was having it. You know what I mean? Bill Russell was born in Frisco off the top. You feel me? Off the top. Carson Nance said the only reason why LeBron broke so much records because he's been playing for so long. Everybody know that. And there's something to be said for that too. I'm not trying to shit on that too. There's something to be said for longevity, bro. You know what I mean? For being able to be good for a very long time. But those are overall counting stats, bro. That don't make you the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. It don't. You know what I mean? That just means you played a long time. That's good. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that, but that don't make you the GOAT. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, not me. Not to me. You feel me? Yeah. Noble OG say, we got to talk more basketball. You should do a podcast, fam. Bro, this the podcast right here. You feel me? This it. Now, this, you know what I mean? Like, the bigger this shit get, you feel me? It's going to grow into more of something, you know what I'm saying, than what it is. Then, you know what I mean? I want to do, because, like, one thing I want to do, too, I want to do more, like, official videos, like, not just lives. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to always do lives, you know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean? This is how I'm kind of, like, growing my shit. But, you feel me? But I also want to do, like, straight videos where I, like, do one that's not alive, where I just, you know what I mean, give my opinion on shit and just, you know what I mean, maybe throw in there some clips of this, some clips of that, throw some photos, some videos, you know what I mean, whatever, you know how niggas be doing, you know what I'm saying? So but this is the podcast right here, you feel me, you know what I'm saying? But it can grow into, it's gonna develop, you know what I mean, and grow into more than just me going live sitting in my car, you feel me? But for right now, that's what it is. I ain't even tripping, you know what I'm saying? But Low say Jada basketball show is fire. Right on, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It is. So I want to say, because I'm mainly gonna always talk basketball and football, but it's Snax on Sports. You feel me? So I do cover like all sports. You feel me? But you know what I mean? It's gonna always mainly be basketball and football. And right now it's been basketball because it's been the playoff. But once football season's roll around, y'all gonna see me transition to football more. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's gonna be. But you feel me? Sando 999, bro. You hella chill. Right on, bro. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Give your boy a like, subscribe, and all that. But look, it's late. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tap in with y'all on the next one. Sando 999 say I fuck with OKC. I'm still going with OKC, even though they lost game 1. I wouldn't be mad to see the Pacers win the series though, at all. But I just ain't gonna jump ship on OKC after one game. You feel me? Because OKC win game 2, and then all of a sudden it's gonna flip. Everybody gonna be on their dick. You feel me? But yeah, I'm ready for football too. You know what I'm saying? But man, I'ma holla at y'all though, bro. I'ma what game 2 is what? Sunday night. You feel me? So I definitely I'll be back to do another live before then, you know what I'm saying, too. But you feel me? Shit, man. Sunday night gonna be turned up. You feel me? Because OKC know they gotta win, and you don't want to go down 0-2 in the finals. You just don't even want to put yourself in that situation. You feel me? But salute to all y'all. Salute to everybody in the chat. Everybody that slid through the fuck with they boy. You feel me? On Snax on Sports and all that, man. I'ma holla at y'all, man, on the next one, though. I'm gone.